Hi guys, so I want to make a video, and I'm going to make a video. That's what I'm going to do. Yo. I'm so happy because as you can see, I kind of figured out how to make the video big screen or whatever it's called, instead of like having those black lines. I'm not going to, I was about to pay for another software company, but I'm just like, you know what, I paid for this, let me figure this out, you know? So, sorry about the reflection, I need to make an appointment with the eye doctor so I could stop wearing glasses, and I need to get contacts back, but right now I can always do it without my glasses because it's so reflective. Anyways, we have a lot to talk about. Not sure what I'm gonna do. I do want a beer, so I don't know, like I kind of want to just chill, but I kind of don't because it's nice out and I don't really want to, you know, do nothing. I have to upload and edit my whole like Florida trip, and I want to make another video too for my other channel, but in the meantime I'm going to make this video, and I have to also make a smoking video. So on top of it, Jimmy wants to hang out, but he doesn't have money, and fuck him because I'm so sick of him not having money, and I'm always paying for everything. So I'll talk about Florida. Let me pour this out. So I just got back from Florida. I took a lot of footage, and it was a lot of fun. You know, I went with Mike, and we had a good time. You know, like you're on vacation, you're gonna have a good time, right? The first day we were there for 5 days, so Mike was really looking forward to it. We had this plan since January. This is after, you know, he took the ring back. I forget when that happened. You know, I don't know if we were still engaged or what, but I think we were engaged when we planned it. But since we already had it, you know, and everything, we just decided to go through with it and go on this trip, you know. No, he didn't propose again on this trip, you know. That didn't happen. I will tell you what happened. So, sorry, that's Jimmy trying to message me, but I really don't know if I want to go get him, to tell you the truth. I just said that real quickly because it's nice out. Like, it stopped raining, and I'm like, it's kind of nice out, but fuck him. He never has money. You know. I haven't had a yelling in a while. But yeah, so my parents dropped us off at the airport, and we went to the airport, and it was only 3 hours to get there, you know, not bad, right? Yeah, so he got a really cheap hotel. See, I told him let's get an Airbnb because they're the same price as a hotel and they're nicer. And, you know, it's a house. You could get one with a pool. You know, you get one with a pool, you get one with a hot tub, you know, and it's just a nicer atmosphere and feeling than a hotel, you know. You can, like, have a patio and, like, grill and all that. Like, you get nice Airbnbs, but he wasn't interested. He wanted to do a package deal where the car rental and everything was like all in one, you know. So the hotel wasn't really that nice at all. The floor, there was no, like, it was just not nice. The Wi-Fi wasn't like really working. Like, there was issues with the Wi-Fi. There's no hot tub. There was a pool, but yeah, no hot tub. They never gave us enough towels. There's like 2 of us, and they would only give us like 1 towel, so I don't know. There's like hair everywhere or whatever. It's nice with the sun coming out. Right now the sun is beautiful. That's why I'd like to go, you know, whatever. But let me do this first before I go pick up anybody or whatever I'm going to do. I don't want to spend money, you know. But we'll see. And I'm drinking a beer, you know. I'm going to drink a beer and then I'm going to go and pick up Jimmy. That's just foolish. If he can get a ride here and then whatever, but trying to put the foam out, you know. Look, I'm glowing. It's making me glow. Yeah, so I'm just trying to talk about my trip, you know. It was really cool though. Yeah, the hotel was not really that great, but that's okay. So the first night we ate at the Korean barbecue, which is really good. Okay. Ooh, that's good. I love when the sun comes out like that. Isn't it just gorgeous? It's just amazing when the sun decides to make appearance. I love dusk. I just got a comment from somebody who goes by Honeybee, who doesn't have any videos up or anything. They're like asking me, see, I don't know, they put a heart in it. They said, can you discuss your disabilities? And they said, not your physical. I don't have physical disabilities. They said, not physical. So they're saying I have disabilities, like me as a person, like my mind, I guess. So they left a heart, right? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not trying to be rude about anybody who is disabled. If you're disabled, that's, you're disabled. But was that supposed to be like some kind of snarky little snide comment? Like, are you playing that? Because there's people who do leave rude comments, and it's just like, listen, this is the way I talk. Sorry, like, I'm talking a little bit differently because I'm talking in front of the... I mean, if me and you were hanging out as a person, I wouldn't act quite the way I'm acting, trying to explain things and have a storytelling time. I'd just be normal, I'd be hanging out, I'd be talking about things. Actually, let me try to put myself in that frame of mind right now, as if we're hanging out as friends, like chilling and whatnot. But let me tell Jimmy to get a ride here because I've been drinking, so just a momento. Let me pause this. I'm back. Yo, I have a Juul. And I feel like going to get it. Let me be right back. Never mind, because my neighbor's out there and I don't feel like talking, because every time I go out there there's always a big conversation and I just don't feel like talking. I did want to have a little bit of the Juul, but I don't want to talk, her husband by common law, Joe, is at rehab now because he is an alcoholic. He drinks every day. I mean, he hasn't because he's been in rehab, but usually he will get a 30-pack every 2 days and drink that, and it's Hamm's beer. So he is away at rehab. So, I'm here, I'm drinking a little bit, and I want to talk. So somebody said that about me, or somebody asked me that question of what my disabilities are. And I don't know if they were trying to be rude or they're just saying that because maybe they have a disability and they feel like I do. Not that I know of. I've never been diagnosed with some kind of disability. Like but I am, this is my personality. This is how I talk. I really can't help my voice. My voice sounds like this. I kind of sound... I've never been diagnosed, but I do feel like I have OCD sometimes because things bother me. Like right now, I want to shut that light off. Just a minute. Anyways, yeah, I told Jimmy to, sorry. Like I said, I do get a little OCD, and somebody just messaged me. Anyways, it's on Moss because Moss wants me to go to Lake Tahoe for the celebrity golf tournament, which is next month, which I would like to go to, but, I'm going on all these trips, like... I tried to take off at my job, and I don't think I was approved. I just got back from Orlando, Why the heck do I have, when is it ever going to be my trip? Actually, Orlando was on my bucket list. I have a bucket list of places I want to visit, and Orlando Disney World. Now I know it's World, okay? Disney World is one place I want to go as an adult, But keep in mind, let me pause this because I'm going to see who just messaged me. Yeah, what are my disabilities? I don't know. Like I said, sometimes things will bother me. I have weird things about me. I don't like to walk on the left side. I have to walk on the right side. Weird things like that, like tics or whatever you call them. I have that. But other than that, I'm just me. I don't know what to say. Okay, so whatever. Hey, so I'm not gonna lie, it would be really cool to have company right now, somebody over to hang out with. It's been feeling very lonely. I have been feeling very lonely lately. It's just a feeling that I can't seem to shake. It's just like a really weird feeling, like a very empty kind of feeling. But what was I saying? So yeah, I was just addressing that comment that somebody asks me. But whatever, if you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. I don't care. Okay? My bangs are starting to get a little bit better. Somebody wrote a really rude comment about my bangs one time, and I saw that comment. So, whatever, it's gonna grow, but I don't care. So anyways, okay, what else we can talk about? Yeah, Florida. So yeah, I took video footage of the whole trip, so I'm gonna upload it. It's probably gonna be boring, but I will put it up here if anybody wants to watch it. The best part, Mike really wanted to do swimming with the manatees, and that was like super cool because we didn't really know. He was like looking forward to it for a long time. They gave us wetsuits to wear, and so we were like, what the heck? I've never worn a wetsuit before. I didn't know what to expect. I had my bikini on underneath it, but I had my period too, so I was wearing a pad. I didn't know. It was just so weird. I was wearing a pad and a tampon. I know it's gross TMI, but I wanted to say what happened to the pad later. It just got really wet, and there's gel in it. That's so weird. Sorry. I know I was a mess, but we went. They took us all on a boat. There's other people that went. There's like a team of people. Jimmy didn't get back to me yet. I said, if you can ride here, we'll see. Maybe I'll pick him up because I might get bored. I like having company. It's nice, I don't always like to just hang out by myself. I mean, I was with Mike, but I'm going to talk about that. I have curling iron. I should have curled my hair. But anyways, yeah, so they took us out on the boat, and there's a group of us, and we had snorkels and stuff. And I went snorkeling before, so we got in the water, and Mike was behind me. I heard him, he was kind of he couldn't get used to it. It was cold because the water's cold, and you're wearing a big suit, so it feels like you're gonna get extra cold. It's just a really weird feeling. And you're like, whoa, everybody just went slowly into the water, and you swim, but you can't. They told us we can't kick our legs, we can't touch the manatees, all this. We had a little pool noodle. So we had to kind of but I was trying to catch up with the group, and she's like, there's a baby over here, and we all swam to her, and I'm doing the snorkeling, and I could see you could see underwater, you could see everything on the bottom, all that, and we're all swimming there, and it's really cool. And she's like, it's right. All of a sudden I was swimming, and I saw this big creature under the water, right, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I naturally your first instinct is to push away from it, but they say don't touch it, if you see the manatee, you go back because you're scared. They said don't touch it, it can scare them away, right? I didn't touch it. I was just whoa right? And then it did swim away, but then she told us oh, it's over here, so we went over, and there was another one that was sleeping, and we're and I was looking at it just swimming around, snorkeling, and looking at it, and I wanted to touch it, but I didn't. I was kind of weird about it. And then they said, come over here, come, and it was the baby, so we were swimming with the mama and the baby, and it let us swim with it, and we're all swimming and following it around and snorkeling, and it was being really it knew we were there because their hairs can they can hear your heartbeat, really. All of a sudden there was another one that was next to it, and all of a sudden it shot off. It took off, and we're whoa, where did it go? It was because it was a male one that was chasing it and bothering it. So the mama sped off with the baby. But then we found it again, and we're for 3 hours we're out there following the baby, the mother and the baby, and they just eat the at the bottom of the ocean, and they would come over and stick their little nose out, their snout out to get some breath of air, and they were really close. I was over on top of it a couple times, but I didn't splash. I just floated and kind of because if you splash, you're gonna get scared and kind of hit it. And Mike did that every time I was looking under. I'd see Mike struggling to get away, to back off, but in turn he actually did put his hand on it, and I think he kicked it, not purposely, on accident. But the thing is, to see the manatees, they're fast. They swim away from that male one. So if they really felt threatened by us, they could have just sped off too, and we could have lost us. But they didn't. They were slow the whole time. They let us hang out with it, So, and they would come and look at us. They'd put their heads up, like, right in front of our face sometimes. It was really cool. It was such an awesome experience. Like, I'm really glad I did that. That's, like, such a bonding, like, connection, you know? Oh, it's getting hot. But, so, yeah, we did that. And then, that was really cool. And, so I'm glad we did that. And then, I've always wanted to go to Epcot because I want to travel and I want to have a feeling about travel. So I wanted to go to Epcot because I thought there was like an Eiffel Tower there because I love the Eiffel Tower, you know, and I just wanted to have a feel for another countries and whatever. It's hot, this sun is hot. So I was like, can we go to Epcot please? I told Mike. He didn't really want to go. He wanted to go to see Animal Kingdom. I could curl my hair and make it look nice. Right? Curl my hair and make it look nice. He wanted to go to Epcot. Animal Kingdom or SeaWorld. Even though SeaWorld, Moss keeps telling me, have you ever seen Blackfin or whatever that movie is called? I've never seen it. I don't want to see any sad movies. But I don't know. I don't think they're still abusive, but you know. Universal, my dad kept saying, like, go to Universal, right? But I've always wanted to go see Epcot. BRB. It's Moss, he's whining and, like, about, the celebrity golf tournament, saying, it's 3 days. Yeah, but if I just call off those 3 days, I would get fired. But I want to look for another job anyways, you know? But I would like to see the golf tournament because it's the celebrity golf tournament that they do in Lake Tahoe every year. And I'd like to see Justin Timberlake and whoever else goes up there, you know. But, yeah, whatever. I gotta figure that out, you know. So, I was really wanted to go see Epcot because I'm like, I'd like to experience a feeling, a taste for other countries. So, I paid for the tickets because I paid for me and Mike, but he paid for everything else. I also paid for the Disney World tickets for him and I because it's not really where he wanted to go. It's not what he wanted to do and I wanted to. So I said I'd pay for it, alright? And parking was $25. He paid for that. He paid for everything else, all the food, everything. Well, I gave him money too. I was paying him back money just for this trip, you know? So it's not like he paid for the whole trip either. We split it half. I would give him... See, that's the thing about Mike. He doesn't just pay for me. He'll pay for our dinners. That's it. But I gave him a lot of money. Whatever, you know. We gave it another chance. Me and him went to Vegas, but we didn't stay too long, so we really didn't do much attractions, you know. But yeah, so we when I went to Epcot, he started getting bitchy and started like, I wanted to take a picture, and he kept being a know-it-all about my phone. He's like, you gotta delete stuff. I'm like, no. He kept telling me I have to delete stuff, but he didn't understand that the SD card, the chip, wasn't reading in my phone, and I kept trying to explain it to him. I'm like, no, it's not reading it. And he's like, you gotta delete things. I'm like, no, you don't. And then when I answer him like that, he acts like I'm getting an attitude with him, because he's annoying. He keeps telling me something that he has no clue about. I'm like, no, it's just not put in right. He's like, he says, listen, don't get, you know, he says that. He, like, points and say, look, or listen. Like, that's, like, don't talk to me like that, you know? And he's like, listen, don't get an attitude with me. And he started, like, being really disgusting and cursing. Don't be cursing. Like, he always does it. Even though there's kids around, he'll start using F words and everything. That's so, I think cursing is really trashy. Like, I mean, unless, you know, it's called for, like, fun, but when you just curse, like, out of nowhere, like a little whiny baby, it's like so whatever. So he did that, and I'm like, who gets so crabby in Disney, you know? Like, I was trying to be excited because I've never been there, and he's like starts cursing and yelling and stuff. But Epcot was actually, see, my opinion about it, it was really boring and it's a waste. Like, it's so expensive to get in there, and like it's just boring. Like, they don't really have much. Like, there's not much attractions. It's just like, I don't know. I just thought it was boring. Like, yeah, they do have things that look like Canada or like Japan. Well, they had France, which I loved. I want to go visit France, you know, Paris. They didn't really have the Eiffel Tower. It was like hidden, so I didn't even get to see it. I guess what you have to do is go on that thing that goes over where you could like that. I didn't know, and plus Mike was impatient, so I didn't know where to go to look for it, but that would have been cool to see because you sit on it. It's like a ride that takes you above and you could see everything. That would have been cool, but you know, Mike's impatient. What else? There was like England, they had fish and chips. I mean, yeah, it looks like a movie set the way they did it, designed in different countries, but honestly, I don't think Epcot's that great. It's all restaurants and it's all stores. They just want you to buy stuff, you know. That's what it is, stores. So you're paying to go in and pay more money, like to buy things. I didn't really think it was that great. Yeah, it looked kind of cool, but keep in mind you're not in those countries. You're in Florida. You're still in Orlando where it's hot. It's not Japan, okay? It's not China. It's not, you know, all the other countries that they have. Morocco, whatever, you know, it's not those countries. It's Florida, it's hot, it's movie sets. It looks cool though. We ate at, because Mike actually really has, I mean, he has a real, like a big respect for Japanese culture because like the samurai and like just the culture, you know, he like the warrior culture, he really has a respect for that. So he did want to see Japan. And we ate at the sushi place, which was really good. And they do like that. They bow, you know. And I bowed because naturally, while we sit down, he's like, "Did you bow?" Like all this stuff. He's like, "Not trying to be rude." Oh. It's like, oh my goodness, Mike. Really? It's just, you know. So that, I mean, you know, it's cool that we got to see Epcot. There's video footage of it. Like I will upload all of my video if you're interested in watching the clips I took from the Florida trip. I don't have a good camera, keep in mind, but gonna upload that. I don't think I'm gonna go pick up Jimmy. It's hot. Just a minute. I'm back. I just put this looser shirt on because you ever wear like t-shirts that have like a canvas like print up front, but it's like there's like no cotton. It's like, because you know how when you have a print, you know that it's like just there's no air and it gets really hot. Because I was wearing the Nightmare Before Christmas shirt and that like the moon was really. There's no like ventilation, so it was getting really hot, and I'm like, I have to change. So this is more like nice and airy and cool, you know. So, but anyways, who's calling me? I don't know who's calling me. That was a number. It says like your area code, but then it's like randomized numbers that are just like spam callers. Spam. But, anyways, I paused it so many times I forget what I was talking about. Yeah, it'd be nice to, like, hang out and, like... See, right now, it was raining earlier. But I could go back to my parents' house and chill there and maybe go walk across. And I could sleep there because they're in Canada, if I really had to, you know. Because I kind of do want to sit outside and have a little campfire going on, drink some beer. I like doing that, you know. So I might do that after I do all this stuff, but... I have all summer, you know. If I don't do it tonight, I could do it. I can do it other times, but I can't sleep at my parents' house. This is the only time they're gone. So if I were to go there and hang out with Jimmy and drink some beers by the river, or he has a backyard we could do a fire and listen to music, and I could just walk home, you know. Except I just don't know the Wi-Fi because when I get home, I'm gonna want to go online and. It really sucks because I would go there right now. You know? Maybe I will. After I make this video, maybe I will go to my parents' house and stay there and bring beer and... Except I don't really like to drink at my parents' house. Maybe I'll just stay here tonight. I can't hang out. I would like to hang out in the RV, but it's not set up, you know. It's going to be crazy. Plus, I need a bathroom in the RV. I'm not going to... go use that bathroom, you know, until my dad sets it up. Excuse me. The battery's not working and all that, you know. So, what else? But yeah, I mean, I'd love to like do something right now. I really am. I actually want to be outside, you know. Like I want to be outside and drink and chill and hang out and tell campfire stories. But I want to keep talking, okay? Because we were talking, right? I mean, if I do that, I'm not going to be able to edit my videos, but so yeah, so I wanted to go to Disney World because that's on my bucket list. I've always wanted to go to Disney World as an adult because I felt like it'd be fun to explore. And I used to be like, it'd be fun to like drink and get drunk at Disney, but then I'm like, why would that be fun? That wouldn't be fun. First of all, well, it'd be fun it'd be fun if you had somebody adventurous with you. And Mike, from the get-go, he said kept acting like he didn't want to go. And I wanted to go. It was on my bucket list. I'm like, I'm in Orlando. I don't know when the next time I'm going to be in Orlando is. I need to go to Disney, Well, like, he really made it clear, like, he wasn't really trying to go. So we flipped a coin because I said either that or SeaWorld, right? He wanted to go to a water park, actually. But, you're in Orlando. You have to go to Magic Kingdom, right? So we flipped a coin and I won. So I paid for the tickets, too. And we got Fast Pass, right? So we went to Disney and he just like, we wanted It's a Small World, which is a classic ride. These rides are classic. There's no more 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, though. Oh, also, I remember when I was little, this was like so cool because I always have these memories when I turned 10, like it was me and my family, my parents and my sister and my cousins Kim and Sarah and my uncle and my aunt. And our family friends, Helen and Pierre from Canada, and their kids, Karen and Derek. And it was 2 vans and 3 families, and we all drove down there. It took 2 weeks to get to Florida. We were stopping. It's because we were on the Appalachian Trail. We kept making stops. My dad loves road trips, and he loves like pit stops, like stopping at rest areas, and I like that too. But as a kid, you get impatient. You just want to get to Florida. We kept stopping, just for the Appalachian Trail and all that, and we stayed at campgrounds. In fact, I have a video footage. My dad has it. It's VCR though. It's on a home video camera, right? I really want to just find that footage. And my dad wants me to do this too, and I'm gonna upload it to YouTube. I don't know. I don't think I'd upload it to this channel. I'd upload it to my other channel. But it's all like growing up in the 80s as a kid. Yeah, figure out my age. I'm not like in my 20s. So, but yeah, growing up in the 80s as a kid, or the 90s or whatever year it was. I forget. It was so long ago. But yeah, like that was so fun. Like it was such a fun adventure, And when we finally did get to Florida, we stopped at the rest area and they gave us freshly squeezed orange juice. We stayed at Yogi Jellystone campgrounds. My cousin Sarah was like, "Bio-Yoke," and hit him in the stomach. And then my little sister Lisa said, "Bio-Yoke," and did the same thing. It was like so fun. Like that was like one of the funnest trips I've ever did, And we finally got to Disney World and I was so excited and I really wanted a Disney dollar, and I'm like, I just want a Disney dollar. But we stayed, we did all that stuff, and that's classic, And we stayed till the night where we saw the parades, we saw the fireworks, Fast forward, how many years later? 30 years, whatever. Fast forward, and I'm there as an adult. I still enjoy it if you're young at heart. A lot of adults still enjoy Disney. They still do. It doesn't matter how old you are. I mean, it's a magical type of feeling, and it's just something that reminds you of being a kid or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm really not a big personally. I'm not really a big Disney fan. I don't go crazy about Disney. I'm not like one of those types. I'm not. My cousin Nicole is she loves Disney. I think it's all right. I am an adult now. I'm not fanning out over Disney, but I didn't want to go to Disney World because I wanted to explore, and I wanted to stop and have dinner and food and a nice drink. I always wanted to go to Club 33. Oh my gosh, I need to get another beer because we're hanging out. I'm gonna talk to you like I'm talking to one of my friends, and I really right now I'd like to hang out with a friend. If Jimmy can get a ride here, I don't know if it's getting late. Doesn't look it, but well, it's not really that late, but I just want to get lost in talking about Disney. So let me grab another beer, and I will be right back because I'm almost done with this. Hold on. Alright, I'll be right back, okay? Hi, I'm back. Did you miss me? What kind of disability do you used to? I'm not making fun of anybody with a disability. That's fine. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I like if I had one, I have one, but I don't believe I do. Maybe I have an alcoholic syndrome, but that's because it's genetic. No, my parents are not alcoholics, but it is in the genes because I am Irish and I am Native American, so we like to drink, I suppose. I don't know. Fuck it, you know? It's not like I drink it like this every day, so. But I am gonna drink tonight, whatever. Oh, look at that head. So, I always felt like it would be cool to just go to Disney. I always wanted to go to Club 33, which is like the 33rd degree Mason that Walt Disney was. And I've read a lot about evil Disney, and Mikey was even like, you know, Walt Disney was a pedophile, but I never really heard about that, but you never know. You know, I researched about the Illuminati, but it's not the Illuminati anymore. But I read all about that stuff about like mind control and shit like that. So I read like about how Disney has like that's where they do programming to program multiple personalities, and they have underground tunnels. Read about it on the internet, you know. I didn't see anything weird. Well, I did when we were in Epcot, and I asked her a question like, where was the free pass kiosk? She goes like, it's right over there, and she did that with her hands. So I'm like, and then they take our thumbprints, you know. Like if you want to know, like if you're kind of like a conspiracy type of person, you know, all that stuff. But that's what I'm interested in, you know. So I wanted to go also because I wanted to kind of like, do some like investigating, you know. I wanted to like look around. And when the guy said, if you leave your kids here, we're gonna take them, you know. It's just stuff that kind of odd, you know. But that's just me. I'm just like that. That's my personality. That's how I am. Or it's the stuff I look and read about. Whatever, you know. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about it right now, but so yeah. So yeah, Disney. You know, I went to go to Club 33 because it's a hidden thing, but it costs so much money to get. You have to pay a membership fee and all that, and I'm like, but that's something that'd be cool to go to. Mike doesn't like the same things as me. He made it very clear. And I had a free pass that I paid for. Free passes for both of us. We went on a couple rides and whatnot. We went through the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. That was kind of silly. We had fast passes for like baby rides, like Winnie the Pooh, and like, except that was kind of trippy and weird. You know, like, you know, all that kind of stuff. We did fast passes. We did It's a Small World. I said that's one of the things you have to go to. I told Mike, listen, because he likes The Simpsons. I'm like, that's where Lisa Simpson was tripping. You know, she went through it. And he was like, oh yeah. And we got through it, and he sat, and I could see he was just like, he had a really grumpy look on his face. And he just, yeah, it was a little babyish. Yeah, it was. But I said, you know, that's one of the classics you have to go on. Think about it. These rides are so old and historical, and it's like, it's amazing that they're still running. But I'm wondering if they took the old dolls out and replaced them, you know, because clearly, do you think they're gonna work all these years, you know, like really? So I don't know if it's the original dolls, but it's still like, it has that weird feel to it. Like it's kind of creepy in its own. It feels a little haunted or whatever. Excuse me. I also told him that Yingling tastes like a Ying. I also told him that Pirates of the Caribbean is also very like thing you have to go on. You know, I said 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, but there was no 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. But Pirates of the Caribbean is something that you have to go on. And so is seeing the Hall of the Presidents, because I remember it malfunctioned when I was younger with one of the Abe Lincoln or something. But, like, if you're in Disney, that's what you gotta do. And you just gotta enjoy yourself, you know? Yeah, it was super hot, but I'm not the one who decided to go to Florida in June. Mike did, you know? So, my mama out of my mind. I don't know. But, yeah, yeah. So, that's that, you know? So we did, like, all those things, and I said, you know, you'll really like Space Mountain. That was really cool. Like, I know Mike would like it, but we did all these rides, and we did the Haunted Mansion. I'm like, the Haunted Mansion is cool. It's based off one of the big houses that is in Jim Thorpe, which is like half an hour from where I live, like down to Delaware River at Jim Thorpe. Jim Thorpe is so cool. But yeah, so, you know, so we went in the Haunted Mansion. I'm like, you know, that probably is haunted in reality, because it's so old and it has so many feelings attached to it, just from the emotions of people that constantly go through every day. It must keep impressions, you know, like, it's just really strange. But we went to the Haunted Mansion, and that was cool. Like, it was weird, but it was cool. And I always have dreams. Like, I always have dreams about walk through haunted houses, or you sit on a thing that, like, flies and it takes you through haunted. I'm always dreaming about, like, those kind of haunted houses, like ones that are like at amusement parks or stuff like that, you know. I don't know, I always dream about haunted houses. So to me, like, being at one of those haunted houses was just like such a reminder of, like, being a kid or whatever, you know. And I remember I went on that with my cousin Sarah. So after Haunted Mansion, Mike was like done. And, like, there was, like, Pirates of the Caribbean was on the Fast Pass, you know? And I'm like, well, can we go to Pirates of the Caribbean? He's like, no, I'm beat up. I'm like, Mike, you went to go to Orlando. This is a theme park place. You don't go to Orlando. Orlando is all about theme parks, okay? So if you're going to Orlando, you don't just take it easy. If you want to take it easy, we could have went to Hawaii. But we're here, home of the theme parks. So you're going to go to Disney. He's, like, complaining and stuff and saying his feet are killing him. Well, my feet were too, but I really wanted to go on Pirates. We didn't even get to go to Tomorrowland because he was being such a asshole towards me. Like, he really was. He was, like, making me feel terrible. He made me cry a couple times. Like, it was horrible. Like, I paid for our tickets. Sorry, I spit. I've always wanted to have somebody who wanted to go, like, explore life with me and go to, like, Disney World and just have fun with me. Like, and Mike is always just, everything I do is, like, not right, you know? So he made me feel guilty for, like, trying to go there and all this crap. I'm like, don't worry, Mike, when we get back, we don't have to ever hang out again, okay? You know, like, what the fuck? So we left early, and then we didn't get to see, like, the fireworks or anything like that. After, we could have relaxed, because you don't need all day. You think you need all day to go on all the rides. You really don't. Get a fast pass. You'll be alright. And just wait in line. I mean, it's not going to kill you to wait in line a little bit. But, like, it was 4 o'clock when he went to get going. Well, yeah, for me, personally, I would take that time to go sit down, eat a dinner, you know, chill, take it easy, take in the vibe, soak in everything, you know. Whatever you want to do, have a glass of wine. You're a grown-up now. Hang out, conversate, you know. That's the thing I would like to do. But Mike was over it, and he was complaining, and he just was making me feel terrible. You know, saying it's for babies. Whatever. Like, I can't, like, with him anymore. Like, I can't, I just can't with him, you know. Like, he doesn't like the same things I do. Then he acts all normal. I don't know. It's just, I can't, you know. So, yeah. So, anyways, we went home, back to the house, to the hotel, and we, I forget what we did. I don't know. We sat by the pool. I didn't go swimming, though. My bangs are so greasy, like. But yeah, I'm back now, and, like, I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I don't think I'm going to go pick up Jimmy. He has to message me back anyways. I'm going to take it easy, even though I have all summer. It's still June. I have all summer. I don't know what's going on about Tahoe. That would be nice. You know. What else did I want to talk about? I know I wanted to talk about other things besides the trip. But yeah, I did want to say about Mike, like, I don't know. I think I can't with him anymore. I can't, like, I just can't. Like, he's always making me feel terrible, you know? Alright, so my parents are in Canada, right? You know, my mother's from northern Quebec, like really North Quebec. So, this is 40 minutes already. This is a long video. Wow, should I do a part 2? I'm going to stop this now and I'm going to do part 2, so stay tuned.